We like keeping to ourselves.
I've heard. Yes, I've heard the Ocean Island has had an admirable history of staying, shall we say, insignificant. Which is why there's been no need for the Fire Nation to get involved in your affairs. I hate to see all that change because of an outsider.
Commander, the way I see it, you and your men are the only outsiders here.
An unfortunate perspective. You won't mind if we take a look ourselves.
I expected as much.
The last airbender. Come on, fuck him up. Let's put him out. What are you looking at?
I was working this. But then I saw what was at stake. And I will show you what will happen if you fail. Everything will be similar. And unless you do something about it, another race of hunters will be written just as the airborne as well. You asked me what it means to be the avatar. It means being a warrior. A mighty, merciless warrior.
Oh shit. Good afternoon, hello. Come on. The last airbender, let's go, baby. You come that way, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go in the gag and go on. Someone hiding in the shed.
Is there anyone in?
We can't hold him off for much longer. Where is your friend? You said he could help us. Where is the Avatar?
We can't do what you say, and it all just becomes worse.
It will. Your very presence in this world will make things worse.
Hello.
At first, both sides will fight harder because the Avatar has returned. Hope does not come without a cost.
You. I'm getting through one
Hello.
way or another. What happens to you is your choice.
So what's the point? You want things to be easy. None of this will be easy. Avoid your duties any longer, and not only will you fail to save the world, you won't even be able to save this island.
From what?
I'm watching,
So you put them in
you know that movie, The Last Airbender? On Netflix, there's a new 8-part series, The Last Airbender, and it's in 8 episodes. It's a bit like Cobra Kai in a way. Hello. Yeah, I had to fucking go out and sort my face out. I had a vagina on my face. Yeah. But yeah, it's nice to get all out on me bleeding face, you know what I mean? I only done it like for a fucking, not a bet, but, you know, but fuck that, mate. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not going brown. Well, it's better than what I bleeding was. I know my missus will be delighted. Like I said, yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? So, I'm watching something on Netflix. Uh, it's amazing what a haircut and a shave can do. Yeah, 'cause me chick's coming up tomorrow, you know what I mean? Yeah. She doesn't like me with a hairy face. Well, like I said, it's only £20. Now, I know a lot of people might say that's fucking dear for a haircut, but for me it's not. 'Cause I get me hair and me beard done for £18. And then, like, I just give him the 20, you know what I mean? 'Cause he's a good barber. But the only thing is, he keeps putting his fucking fingers in your mouth when he's doing that, so it's like, yeah, get it off. Get it off your face. You know, so, yeah. I seen that movie years ago, The Last Airbender, okay? But if you've watched the movie, you'll watch the series. Oh shit. Hang on a minute. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, because I looked in the mirror and I was like, fucking hell, mate. You look like a homeless refugee. Do you understand? You've got a big load of grey and brown hair on your face. So, yeah, I had to take care of it. But, nah, you know, like I said, I was in some person's live last night and the topic of conversation, it wasn't just about fighting and stuff like that, you know, we were talking about wildlife, fucking the sea, the ocean, what's in it, the Mariana Trench. In John Paul's live last night, like I said, the topic of conversation, it doesn't always have to be toxic and what have you. And I learn every day. You know, you learn something new all the time, and, you know, it's like, and never be afraid of education or trying to educate yourself or even learning, you know. And it's a psychological thing for me because I got thrown out of school at 13. In the back of your mind, like you feel like you let your dad down, your ma down, and so I did everything to recuperate every bit of fucking knowledge I could on this planet, and it's helped me. You know, like I said, my dad read a lot of books. I don't know who he called me after, but my little brother Alexander was named after Alexander the Great. Mark was named after Marcus Aurelius. And I think he must have named me after Judas Iscariot. And I'd never betray our Lord. But even he was, yeah, my man knew. He sat at a table, 12 of his mates, 12 G's, 12 homeboys. You know, it's like, and he looked at them all and he said, here, before 6 o'clock in the morning, one of you fuckers are gonna betray me. And they're all like, nah, we'd never do that. And what happened? Judas Iscariot went to Pontius Pilate and he sold our Lord out for 30 pieces of fucking silver. See, Do you know your Bible? Now, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Sorry guys, let me read that. My bad. Sorry, I'm not being rude. Okay. Hello, Maxine. Homeless refugee. But yeah, I'm from Dublin, but I've lived in the UK like nearly 30 years, you know. But it's been good to me, you know. Like I have like 3 amazing kids, and I have one on the way, you know. And it's a legacy when we leave this planet. Do you understand? We give our kids coping strategies to motivate them. And I know it works because from personal experience, my first son went to university and got a degree in psychology to impress me. And I was impressed, but yeah, that it. Do you understand? And that's how I motivated my lad, and he ended up going on to doing something fucking amazing in the city of Liverpool. He was a stranger in the city, but the city was good to him because he went to John Moores University for 4 years and got a degree. And with my eyes, do you know what I witnessed? That were all his mates, right? And I've seen a lot of horrendous things with my eyes. But God's blessed me to see what I've seen. It's like, I'll tell you something about me that you might already know. My dad, let's say, was a disciplinarian. So I could never hit me kids or any partner I've ever been with. I'm made a certain way. I am not perfect. I'm an ex-drug addict. I've been on medication most of my life. But you're accountable for your actions and your words. You know, as grown-ups, we've more in common than you know. You see, even let's say you dislike me, I'm rooting for your kids and for mine. Do you understand? It's like, 'cause there's another way to life. I walked away from a portfolio lifestyle. Do you understand? Allegedly, my friends are living that lifestyle. Allegedly, a lot of them are dead because of them. Let's say it's an occupational hazard. Do you understand? It's like, and it's sad, but it's been a big part of my life for years, and I used to carry all my mates, each one of them, when they died, they took a bit out of me, and I couldn't separate the grief that I felt for them. You know, but over time what I've learned is you have to forgive yourself first. And here, you can't just forgive yourself here and here. And you can't just decide to forgive 95% of the planet and 5%. It doesn't work that way. And I get satisfaction. I've no competition on YouTube. You see, because I choose it that way. Everybody knows I could have grown this channel or the other one before that, by calling people out. But because of failure on YouTube, I failed 3 times. Do you understand? How you swan, but I'm not afraid to fail. Do you understand? And that's the only way you can learn in life, by failures. And I've had a fucking shitload of fucking health. You know, and a lot of health can ruin a man. You know. How are you, Bosnia? Sorry, bro, I wasn't fucking, but, Manchester derby this weekend. Holland. I know Swan loves the old football and the fighting like myself. I've always had time for Swan. Guys, if you're not giving Swan a follow, give him a follow. If you're not giving Lone Wolf a follow, give her a fucking follow. If you're not giving Bosnia and fucking Russia and everyone else here, give them a follow or a sub. It's free. How can people grow on YouTube? Hang on, right? Now, don't get me started, because I don't want to get fucking fingerprints on my glasses, right? Now, hang on. So, okay. YouTube as a collective. Let's put it in a metaphor. I see YouTube like Mount Everest when it comes to mental health. Strength in numbers. I'm from the roughest housing estate Ireland's ever had in the world. In the history of the state. But it's just me old manner. I answer to dons, not to Amadons. If you would like it in Irish, here we go. Joe McDonald is a tanam dum, Cunnissator too. Gura Mila Mahagut for coming in and Kate Mila Fortune. Bukel, down your veil, see she is Gura Mila Mahagut. Oh, Uskal and Doris, down on Doris. Pog Mahone, Chucky Ella, Erin Gabra, Oglan Erin, Saoirse, how about it? Do something. Every platform on YouTube seems to think that they're a tough guy because they raise their voice over others. You know, there's a lot of weasels on here who tell the whole YouTube community how tough they are. I bet you didn't tell them you got me a striky little midget. How are you, John Paul? Here, I was just saying before last night, like I come in and I was listening to you and your guests, like, and when you were talking about gorillas and sharks and all that shit, JP, I love all that shit, right? And I've watched a lot of shows, and this particular one I watched, Shark Week. Now, it was a few years ago, bro, right? And I seen this shark, bro, on video. They called him Big Blue. Oh, sorry, it was a female, bro, because she was pregnant. I mean, see this thing? It's the biggest shark I've ever seen in my life, right? Now, how you Vanda, now, right, check this out, right? Years ago, during the war, right, there was a photograph taken, yeah? And there's a fucking German U-boat in the background, yeah? And something else, yeah? But in the water, there's this big fuck-off fin sticking up like that, yeah? And he measured it from nose to tail. And the fella said it must have been about 140 foot long. It was bigger than the boat. You know, like I said, mountains, caves, all that stuff, everything to do with Everest and K2. I've overwatched You know, an Irishman, right, I'll tell you something about K2 real quick, right? For every 4 people that get to the summit, one dies on the way down. The descent is the worst part of the expedition. Do you understand? It's like, and now in Nepal, they're issuing permits by the hundreds. You're a Westerner, yeah? You're paying for Sherpas, right? It's like, and they can guarantee to get you to the mountain. Do you understand? But for every 4 people that summit K2, on the way down, one dies. And here, it was an Irishman called Gerald MacDonald. The same name, no relation. It's like, and he summited, and he come across a fucking climber, yeah? And like I said, they sign a waiver up there. If you die, listen, the mountain will decide your fate. And this guy, Gerald MacDonald, on his way down, he come across somebody, and I think he tried to fucking help him. He hadn't got oxygen or something like that, yeah? So you get that cerebral edema. It's like when you're in a cave underwater, yeah? It's like, and you run out of fucking air, mate. What's the first thing you're gonna do? Panic and try go up. But if you do that, you get the fucking bends, and you have to go into a hyperbaric chamber for fucking 2 or 3 days. I think what happens is air gets into your bloodstream. One sec, guys. Hang on, one of my neighbours is here. Give me, hang on. Hang on, 1 second, hang on.
How's it going, people, man?
Oh, shit.
My name is the
Don't.
hardest, toughest man on the estate, yeah?
Don't be saying
Jude
that.
McDonald, man, he's made of steel, man, I swear.
Nah, bro, thank you. You're too kind.
Shout out to mental health awareness and all sorts, man.
You understand?
Big up, yeah?
Wagwan. Yeah,
I'll
I'll get
message
one
you
of them
in a
off you later, yeah?
I'll message you.
Yeah, nah, I'm good for now. I'll get them.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Bang that door out, G. Yeah, man. Guys, I'm sorry about that. I apologise about that. Sorry about that. Nah, that's just the respect that the kids around here have for me, you know. Nah, it's endearing to hear that, you know. It's like I said, I'm not a fucking tough guy or a hard man or anything like that. But, you know, if you ask people on the housing estate, they might say different. But I'm a gentleman. And, like I said, as men, we have a code, don't we? It's like, and like I said, I'm not perfect, yeah? It's like, I've so much in common with a lot of yous. I've been a drug addict, I've been to prison, I've been sectioned, I have children, and I want my kids to do better than I did. You know, it's like I'm 50 this year, yeah? And I'm still doing things to make me father proud. How fucking nuts is that? But, no, listen, I coached a lot of kids on this housing estate. You know, now I could have telling you, yeah, I can fight. But like I said, I'm a grown up. You know, other people recognise certain things in men. He didn't have to say that. You know, but that's how it is around here. It's about respect. And there's harmony and prosperity in Basic M11. Like I said, I'm comfortable around here because a lot of my family live around here. And then the ones that aren't family, they're all gypsies. And we have the highest population of settled travellers in Manchester on this housing estate. Do you understand? And I get on with a lot of gypsy men, you know, because like I said, this community, it's the same as most communities except for this one, is different. There's a lot of men on this housing estate. There's a couple of men that got out on the Good Friday Agreement who are loyalist killers, allegedly, and ended up by become friends with them. Mad, isn't it? And like I said, I can tell by your tattoos. The red right hand. Like, it took a while, but we got there in the end. Every time I see this guy, right, and his name is William, right, Billy we call him for short guys, right. Every time I go past the town, I'm like, you fucking orange bastard, fucking Billy and all, you know, joking with him, and he'd be like, you Fenian bastard. And we embrace him, we have a hug, and, you know. No, Vanda, me nephews breed them. You know, them fucking designer dogs, them pocket bullies and all. Here, I couldn't have one in the house because, like I said, my brothers are clean freaks, right? And we can't have a dog, you know, like at the end of the day. Even though my mum's dead, this is our house, okay? And she didn't want dogs in the house, and, you know, you have to honour the mother, you know. Be careful with that, Max. Hey, be extra vigilant giving out your details. Do you hear me? Nah. Look, this housing estate, it's very similar to a lot of housing estates all around the country, you know. And like I was saying before, everything's about respect. My neighbour knocked on like for a little bit of tobacco. Do you understand? And if I have it and someone knocks on, I'll give it to them. Because that's the way me mother was, and that's the way me granny was. And as a kid, I learnt about a good neighbour. You know, let's say you run out of sugar. You knock at your neighbour's door, here, have you any bleeding sugar till I go to the supermarket, or get you a bag, whatever, you know. And it's common courtesies, but I've gone a bit further than giving me neighbours a bag of sugar or a bit of tobacco. I've given them a gift, in a way. How to defend themselves. You know, why do you think I never called anyone out on here? Like I said, I look at a lot of these guys on YouTube, and like I said, you have to know your strengths, your weaknesses. Do you understand? And it's like I said, I'm 50 and I'm still learning. You know, I suffer with mental health illness, like millions of us around the world, and this is why I identify with a lot of people on here. Even if you don't fucking like me, look, I guarantee you've not even had a third of the appointments I've had in my entire life. And I was thinking, and I'm like, listen, in Manchester, yeah, you know, if you try to take your life, yeah, they bring you in, you get assessed, everything's about presentation, right, and you'll make a decision, right, and living with certain mental health issues, I think, like I said, when it comes to mental health as a collective, it's like a big garden with loads of different plants, and I'm making reference to plants, let's say, as a label, like bipolar, schizophrenia, psychosis. Do you understand? And a lot of people on YouTube are afraid to talk, hey Tony, about their mental health. Do you understand? And I was like, listen, because I've had so many appointments and I've been given coping strategies, now there's a lot of people that have to wait anything from 10 to 16 to 18 months for an appointment with a psychiatrist in Manchester. And that is fucking shocking. Do you understand? Like, some people try to take their life and then they get a referral letter and they say, yeah, here, we'll be in touch. Do you understand? And that's not working. I've been to 3 mental health facilities, so I can talk about it. You know, like I said, in order to be sectioned, hey Peggy, and stuff like that, you have to be a sandwich short of a picnic. But everything's about awareness. Does that make sense? All my life, I've had really disturbing dreams because of me past. And when I had me children and all, guess what I did? I buried me past. You know, that hungry 13-year-old on that corner is gone. And it's like I become a dad and, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna fuck this up. So, I dedicated my life, 23 years of it, working in this city. And I raised my eldest lad with manners, morals, principles, ethics, credibility, do you understand, loyalty, honour, dedication, passion, do you understand, adversities. Do you know what? The only way you're gonna learn in life is if you fail a few times. Because failure has a way of motivating you, let's say, to take something. Or let's say something was taken from you. While you fucking weasel. While I was not well. And you know the beauty of the earth and being around men all your life? No. When I say men, I mean men. Do you understand? And it's like, everything in life is about awareness. And like I said, I learn all the fucking time, you know. I learn from not just being on here or watching documentaries. You know, everybody has a story in life, you know. And if the only way you can get your point across is by shouting at people and engaging with deviants, you know, you're gonna get caught in that trap. And I come on here a few years ago, and what I didn't realise was I was in over my head. You know, I didn't know nothing about YouTube, and I described that in a metaphor at the time. I felt like I was in a life raft that got fucked off the wizard on Dead Lee's Catch. Do you understand? It's like, and like I said, YouTube at the time, it wasn't as toxic as it is now. Everybody on every channel, not them all. Now, like I said, I don't go on people's panels and shit like that. I don't need to. But see, countrymen, if I think I see something, see for instance, yeah, see John Paul and Kudu, right? Now, I can relate with them boys, right, without going into too many details. Do you understand? So, I know certain people get it, and they're not fucking nerds. And I can see John Paul Fitzgerald's channel being as big as the cesspit in a year or 18 months. Watch. I guarantee you, I see it. Do you understand? It's just the character he is. And I don't know John Paul long. Do you understand? But see, Pablo says to me, bro, my man's good. And I recognised it. You know, and like I said, as long as you're careful who you bring on your panels, like for instance, last night, like I said, John Paul, he's a big lump of a man, like, you know, and he's a fucking heavyweight. You know, and I'll tell you one thing, he hits you with that body shot, mate, he's breaking your fucking rib and you're taking a knee, mate. You know, I'd be like, fuck this, mate, here, I'm done. Like I said, I've seen a few big platforms on YouTube, okay? And most of them are toxic. Do you understand? There's no control or order. Do you understand? And there's a lot of fucking toxic, abuse-enabling motherfuckers. Do you understand? Like I said, I'm not perfect yet, but a lot of yous go on loads of different channels, and yous know that I don't fucking go around calling people fucking out, and you know, even Peggy's in the chat, Vanda is in the chat. Now, if I said to Peggy and Vanda, I could grow my channel by calling everyone out on YouTube. When I say everyone, I mean everyone. And I would have had thousands of subs, wouldn't I? You know, because like at the time, fighting holds. Do you understand? Anybody who goes, guys, don't take this the wrong way, and I'm not going to apologise for this. Anybody goes to Thailand is a pervert. That's what I believe. You know, like if you've got a missus at home, what the fuck are you doing in Banda country? Here. Anybody who sleeps with a man with a dick and tits is a he-she. You are a sheepdog, and you have violated the code of being a man. You see, because you got mounted. Anybody who goes to Thailand is a pervert. I'll say to your fucking face. You know what I mean? You are fucking smoky, mate. Proper smoky. You know, and I apologise to, there is 1% of people that go to Thailand for a holiday. But the other 99%, you know what they're going for. Number one, prostitution and deviance. Do you understand? Hey, boss. Nah, look, I'll be honest with you. The whole of YouTube knows what and how people act and stuff. And I know all of yous now are aware that I could have grown my channel by calling out, here, afraid of his own shadow, Harry Potter, aka Carlisle's biggest deviant. Flash Gordon is my personal favourite. Now, I could have gone after him, giving him loads of stick. I could have gone after every fucking channel on here and not given a flying fuck who they are. Especially when your protection is locked up. Now, do you want to know something about me? I'm not a tough guy or a hard man or a fight man, but I guarantee you now, I'd have a phone in a week. And all these alleged big tough guys now who are in jail and they can't, all you can get is a 10-second video. But like I said, it's like if people know you or whatever, they will help you, especially in the prison system. You know, like a lot of guys off this housing estate are locked up. I've seen the same thing with their daddies years ago. You know, and that's why a lot of the kids like have respect for me around here. Do you understand? Like, you've seen this kid there. I didn't ask him to say that. I'm not the toughest lad on this housing estate. I might be one of them, allegedly. Not my words here. You heard them yourself. I'm more like a shepherd. You know, I care about people. You know. And YouTube, what I've learned over so many years is that if you're going through really mental health problems, YouTube is the last place you need to be on, because there's a lot of horrible people out there. You know, don't get me wrong, there's a few decent people, but it's very hard to find them because people won't open up. Do you understand? Now, the reason why I fucking share awareness is because other people said, allegedly, I used to do things, whatever, before I was 20, before I ever had children. Do you understand? What happens on the fucking housing estate stays there. And that's where it's meant to stay. Do you understand? And then you walk away and bury it. And then you become a dad, and slowly all your mates start to disappear over the years, especially when you move to the UK. And like I said, family life gets in the way, and I basically turned into a ghost, a shell of my old self, to become a father, because I wanted to be a better father than my father was to me. I wanted my dad to bring me to Old Trafford, he never did. My son wanted me to take him to Old Trafford, so we went for over a decade. You know, and it's like, as a kid growing up, I seen my dad get his ass whooped by me ma's brothers because he put his hands on their sister. You know what I mean? And my mother has 5 brothers. They're very well known in Dublin. Do you understand? There's 5 of them. Well, 4.5 in a way. But, you know, and he used to get his ass whooped. And me granny, it's like always used to say to me, you see what men do when they drink? And she fucking drove it into me head on. As a teenager, I had the odd little nagging of vodka here and there, but I always used to get sick and all. I couldn't handle alcohol, you know. So, growing up, I didn't really drink it. It's like now, when I used to take cocaine many years ago, I used to finish work on a Friday up in Kitchener, you know, and I'd go home, me routine, go home, have me shower, fucking ring pizza, and then go out for a few drinks. Even though, when I say I don't drink, I used to have a few Jaeger bombs, you know what I mean? But it's like, alcohol brings out the worst in some people, and like I said, it's like, you know, alcohol has lost me a hell of a lot of money. You know, and it's like, listen, I don't like being a boring cunt anymore and what have you and all, but look, it's not for me. And what I have noticed, when lads are steaming drunk, their balls grow. You know, and if you've an issue with a man, you should say it when you're sober. You know, it's like, isn't that the rules of engagement nowadays? You know, respect. You know, it's earned. Nicknames are fucking earned. You know, and like I said, I have a lot of names. I have a lot of mates that have nicknames. And you know what? They're all fucking dead. You earn your nickname, but guess what? When you're even with the house, your nickname dies with you. Thanks very much, Bosnian. Fucking, you're 41, no, I had it 16 years. Well, lad, right, so, years ago, right, now, at the time I was working in a place called Kachina, up in Reddish, which means kitchen in Italian. You know, every morning chef, ciao bella. You know what I mean? It's like fucking like, and yeah, I work with a lot of good chefs, man. It's like, and at the time I was working with an agency in this place, yeah, and this geezer come in, he was South African, and I was working with his team for a few weeks, and he said to me, here, do you want a job? I said, I'm with an agency. He said, yeah, you're gonna have to tell them that you've gone back to Ireland. I said, will I get a pay rise? He said, yeah. I said, fuck it, I'm in. You know, it's like, 'cause at the time, I'll be honest with you, every application form I've ever had, I've had to lie on it. You know, it's like, 'cause it's ashamed. It's like, you know, and I didn't want my kids finding out, you know, that the dad was a dickhead. They already know that. But, like I said, it's like, you know, all of us, you know, we have children, and it's like, you have to understand something. It's like, we all want our children to succeed, you know, and to represent themselves the best way that they can. I'm gonna put a cup of tea on. But yeah, like I said, guys, a lot of people on YouTube, they know who the trolls are, they know what channels are toxic, and it's like, it's a circus, you know, it's like a dick measuring competition. I apologise, but that's what it's like, you know, grown ass men acting like fucking teenagers. Do you understand? It's like, I'm strength in numbers, and there's a lot of bullies on here, you know, and they think that they're safe, hidden and what have you and all, but look at, you have to understand there's characters out there, yeah, that have been targeted by people on YouTube, that have been belittled, and there's these characters that I know, that, let's say if one of these see a certain character who put them down, well, that's gonna be a fucking very bad day for you, mate. Yeah. Do you understand? Do you like the hair? Yeah, me too. 1 second. Nah, look at mental health affects us all, right? Now, there's a lot of people that are afraid to talk about it, right? Now, my whole reason for talking about it is, I'll say this till the cows come home. I'm not a gayist or a racist. I have something to sayist. My channel is about 5 things: football, fighting, family, music, and mental health. Like, long story short, because of all the experiences and appointments I've had over the years, and the different doctors have given me different coping strategies, because a lot of us have trauma and we bury it, and you know something, that's the fucking worst thing you can do, because it resurfaces. Hang on. Alright, brilliant, thank you. Me hair, yeah, that's me missus's hair. Do you understand? Yeah. But yeah, hang on. I don't know how to put on to eat. Give me a second. Nah, listen, like I said, mental health is important. You know, and it doesn't just affect us, it affects the younger generation too. You know, and it's like, as a kid, it's like fucking, you know, when you grow up in a tough environment, a tough area, it's very easy for you to get involved in it. Shark Week, boss, yeah, that's it. And this, they refer to this shark as Big Blue. But I've never seen a shark bigger than that now. On that programme, they showed a couple of Google Earth photos, right? Of fucking sharks, right? And this shark, they put it next to, you know, one of them yellow school buses. And it was fucking twice the size of the bus. Like, we're talking 140 feet here. 70 fucking feet each them buses are, right? So do your calculations. That means that shark was 140 feet long. I'm gonna have an out microwave meal. I'm gonna have myself a chicken curry. Now here, you know the way I told you I love ice? Do you understand? I know, well here my brother's like that, he's got nowhere the baldy cunt, you know what I mean? Nah, like I said, my lady's coming up tomorrow, so, you know, I have to look a bit fucking presentable for her, you know. Yeah. I have that love bug, you know. But see, ice, I love ice. Mate, like I said, I be honest with you, the ocean terrifies me because I know it's in the motherfucker. Do you understand? And it's like I said, I've always searched for, I'm a big fan of Megalodon right now. I know a lot of people say that they're extinct and what have you and all, but look at, I fucking seen Google Earth pictures of sharks that were 140 foot long. Now, what's the average size for a great white? 25 feet long, 30 feet long? But imagine adding 100 feet onto that. You know, yeah, but, hang on. I was in John Paul's live last night and I heard a few of the boys like talking about it, you know what I mean, different stuff and different topics, and like I said, not everything on YouTube has to be carnage. You know, like I said, we all have similar interests, you know, a lot of us have mental health issues. Maxine's one of the bravest chicks that comes in an hour here. Although I have to fucking ask her for a number, she just puts it in, and I think I might help her too. You know, like I said, that's one coping strategy. I've been given fucking loads. You know, and it's like I said, because of all the experiences I've had, and if one or two of my coping strategies help somebody, that's going to change their mentality, do you understand? It's like, until I've no breath in my body, I will share awareness. I've already reached 400,000 people around the world in a year. See, by Christmas we're looking to hit 1 million. That's when I go, look, at analytics and algorithms, I'm only 700,000 away. Sorry, 646,000. Yeah. Shoot, I bought a nice machine, turn it on, boom. Lad, listen, yeah, I love ice, right? Like I said, I have no teeth in me head, right? I used to be a fucking drug addict, and there's consequences for that. Do you understand, when you get older and stuff like that? And a lot of people judge me when they first don't know me, and then I get apologies often, but it suits me gums, let's say, lad. You know, what I do is, you know, I'll get Fanta or I'll get blackcurrant or whatever, and like I said, it numbs me gums and shit, so. But, nah, look here, like I said, I love dogs, I love pigeons, do you understand? And it's like growing up, I was around that, like going hunting with my uncle and his mates, fucking out on horses. I never owned a horse, but most of my friends did, you know. So, like, it wasn't a problem, you know, like, I was allowed on them and what have you, and fucking, and as a kid, you always want to make your family proud of you. You know, Banging. Yeah. Sharks are big fuckers. Hang on guys, yeah, they're big fuckers. Like I said, football and fighting is a passion. I've been doing it since I was a kid. But my younger brother went on to pursue a bit more than I did. I did it for about 6 years. Kickboxing, what have you. My brother done Muay Thai. Trained with world champions. Ronnie Green, 6, 7-time world champion, was his training partner. But there's a lot of solid guys out there, you know, that can fight. But there's also a lot of people out there that are humble and they don't like fucking confrontation, you know what I mean? But if you hit me, there's no free hits here today, mate. What do you think this is? Gift week? Yeah, you tag me and you're getting one back. That's the rules of engagement. Do you like it? I did that for you. Maxine was just saying my beard looks sick, but it's fucking gone. See how much I love you? Nah, listen. I've been told I have this ability to bring people together. And I've been doing it all my life, right? And I passed it on to my son. And he carried it on, you know, helping thousands of families in the UK. But awareness, number 1, autism awareness. Number 2, LDs, learning difficulties awareness. ADHD awareness. Do you understand? People awareness. Mental health awareness. Like, we're grown ass adults, right? But you know what? If you go and look at statistics, depending on what country you're in or what city you're in, see, Manchester has one of the highest suicide rates in the UK. You know, there's a lot of kids out there that they've nothing. And society is telling them that they're never gonna do this or they're never gonna achieve. And you know something? I heard words similar to that many years ago. And you know something? I wasn't gonna let it happen to my son. So, I guided him to the gates of St. John Moore Uni in Liverpool. And he walked through them gates, but swam back out 4 years later with a degree in psychology. He took that degree to Toxteth, where he dedicated his life for the last 11 years. Head lead youth worker up there. Do you understand? And the recognition he gets is unreal. You know, it's like, and it's a shame because when the COVID thing was going on, like, there was meant to be a big ceremony and all, and, you know, like I said, my lad knows that the kids in Toxteth, he lives up there. Why isn't he gonna fucking help them? That's his forte. So, his job was to bring Croxteth and Toxteth together, and they fucking hate each other, each part of Liverpool, you know. Not everybody, but like I said, it's controlled by postcode wars and they're real. Do you understand? Look what happened years ago to that little lad, Rhys Jones. May his little soul rest in peace. A lot of people said that he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and listen, I don't believe that. He was in the right place at the right fucking time, doing what kids do, and it's play out. And that could have been my son, your nephew. Do you understand? Your godson. You know, your neighbour. But there is a code that my kind of men live by. And number one is you never put your fucking hands on your children or your missus. Do you understand? And alcohol turns good men into bad men and bad men into good men. It's like, oh, I love you, I did it, I didn't mean it, I love you, it'll never happen again. You bet your bollocks, mate, it won't be happening again, because you're under the ground for what you did to me fucking sister, dummy. You bet your bollocks it won't happen again, mate. Otherwise, you see that shovel right next to me, I will fucking execute you with it. You know. But, nah, I'm joking, I'm a nice guy, but we all have weaknesses, don't we? And family is weakness to people, just like our pets are. You know, it's like, but I've watched a lot on YouTube. It's like, I've watched a lot of people being victimised, being targeted, being purposely triggered for other people's entertainment. You know, there's a few people on here that I'd like to get in a room on my own. And here, listen, I'm in the cell, mate. I'm not asked whether you hurt me, because I know I'm gonna fucking do the same. You know, it's like, it's that's the world we live in. But we're not all bowsies and blackguards. You see, in the communities that we frequent and we live in, everybody knows on the housing estate who is a nitty, who's sitting pretty. But this is Manchester, no nitty gritty. It's like, but there's, like I said, a lot of the kids around here look up to me, respect me. Do you understand? Like, and they're so generous with their words. You know, it's like, but like I said, the whole of YouTube knows that Joe McDonald could have grown this channel by calling out everybody with no intention of fighting anyone. And that's what's going on YouTube. People are calling out other people knowing that they'd never fight them. Well, thanks for coming in, Bosnia. God bless you, bro, and I'm rooting for you. Free Palestine. Forget about that. Yeah, I'm rooting for you. My geography went a bit haywire there, sorry. But thanks for coming in. You know, but what, like I said, guys, listen, when it comes to mental health, a lot of us have it, but there's a lot of us that have it and are afraid to talk about it. And you know what I found in life? I remember once upon a time where I closed myself off. I was a ghost, gone, sectioned, lost hope, faith, everything. And I broke. You know why? Because I tried to carry too much. I tried to bury my past. And if you're being honest with yourself, you have to go back to the very first time you had either a drink, a line of coke, a line of heroin, a line of ketamine, and that's where it starts. And that's where it started for me. You know, me and my friends, we used to compete against each other to see who could take more drugs. Now, when you live in that reality, like, you haven't got much of a chance because you're a product of your environment. But just because you're from a housing estate, the corner, the block, the ends, the manor, you're not stuck there. Do you understand? Listen, if you're in that life, it's only gonna go two ways. It's like you can carry on doing what you're doing, making a few quid, but know this, next man knows what you're doing. So, see it at work. See you soon. Kind of way. I'm not a judgmental person, but I have made, let's say I did a risk assessment on YouTube and I've done a few diversion tactics, and it's like I see men, a few men. There's not many on here I'll give time to, you know. Men don't get involved in disputes or conflict of interests. Do you understand? It's like, yeah, because there is a few real men on here, you know, that represent my cause as far as I'm concerned, that represent themselves well. And I can't help it, but like I said, there is one channel on here. I'm going to try help as much as I can. But Bosnia, thanks for coming in. Guys, we've done an hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to have me food. I might be back later. There's no solution without confrontation. Shout out to YouTube's Coffee Nation. We're here. God bless.